Today's date on the Archangelic Calendar is Infinity OK8K388 Infinity B55555 Infinity B1TT Infinity Legend and more info available at archangeliccalendar.com. Gaia is still dominated by the element of spirit, which means she is still in a meditative state or cocooning, link, if you will. As I mentioned yesterday, she was calling for the solar winds and Ra happily obliged. See photo below. She started calling for something very profoundly different. As she dives deeper into non-observance, this will allow other aspects of divinity to work on her behalf. We must be cognizant of the fact that Gaia, although a giant planet, is conscious in more ways than we are. Her consciousness involves all life on this planet and she lives via every ounce of the life that she sustains. She can make choices for her collective, and has a personality much like you and I. The sun is about to go a bit knucking futs, in ways none has yet figured out how to put into words. Ra has also made it very clear that this is something completely new, and it is being hyperlinked to the center of our galaxy. I would just like to be completely clear that this was a first-hand call by Gaia, and Ra is just doing exactly what she has asked him to do. I can say for certain that the function of this is multi-layered. Incoming will be vast and eclectic, ranging from virus destruction, creation of new species of plants and animals, allowing for higher light capacities and makes available spectrums of reality that were never before comprehended. I am leaving many things off of this list for the sake of being concise, but the one thing I really want to highlight about this particular incident is that our atmosphere will go through drastic changes. This must happen to sustain higher forms of life, of which humans would be included. As our consciousness rises, the living environment in which we live must adapt to these changes, and thus here we are. Archangel Raphael's female counterpart and Yeshua's mother, Mary, wished to point out, this was the weather changes she spoke of when she met the young ladies in Fatima. These swings would mark the motions that lead to the new age. After I received that message, I was met at 2:22 p.m. Est by Gaia moaning in discomfort. This was caused by a large incoming and she was most certainly feeling it. This was also her way of saying she was about to change very rapidly, as she was clearly indicating that birthing pains analogy as well. You can expect way more volcanic activity in places where we did not know volcanoes existed. This is because the pressure points do not change as we experience the pole shift, which is not directly connected but is happening simultaneously in divine essence and timing. The reason why I can say all this with absolute certainty, is because this is being called forth by divine governance and it is not subject to timeline variations, simply because of its nature. This means that this would remain constant across most existing timelines. This is because the dimension in which the cognition of the said event is way above our time-space reality. Meaning it was summoned by a way higher power. A word to the wise, beating your chest and telling everyone about your greatness is a function of ego. If you are great, be great. Do not wait for everyone to agree that you're divine to be divine, just be divine and stop boasting. Words that are provided by ego are always self-centered illusions designed to bring forth a false self-projection to others. This function is always based in fear. A sage of the true divine does not feel the need to have a marquee for their message. This is a clear way to tell a false prophet. Blah blah blah, let's do this. Exclamation mark exclamation mark. Most of humanity's 7.8 billion people do not have enough belief in their ability to work metaphysically as of yet. If that is not the case, and for most light workers it is not, feel free to use your own tools and abilities for assignments. For the others, the tools below will help you bridge the belief gap, as your belief in the said being would come into play as well. The following tools will only be available until the mark of the next Archangelic Day, next day's official post. Envision yourself using said tools with a pure heart and intentions. A warning to all who try to yield unworthy, these things have their own will. Please make a mental note of what you wish to equip. Passive equals no intention needed to use or arm, it will work on its own when you accept its presence. All you need to do is give permission and it will work on your behalf. Active equals intention needed to use. Aggressive equals will attack before anything has a chance to do any harm to you. Active, passive and aggressive anywhere within the universe. The Violet Flame team has shifted into the balance of 9, from the balance of 6. This is great news as we have many changes to integrate into our daily lives and we could sure use some stability. If it helps, you can imagine 9 as steady control and 3 and 6 as the alternating hands on which it adjusts itself accordingly. The Violet Flame team is as follows, and is in no particular order: Archangel Germain, Archangel Ansiel, Archangel Abraxos, Archangel Orion, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Bryathos, Archangel Sablo, Archangel Emmanuel, and Archangel Tatraziel. If you noticed, Archangel Zadkiel has moved from his normal station in the Violet Flame and has moved to Tools. This was a move of necessity as the Fantastic Six has been reunited in the metaphysical tools below. That is a true reason to celebrate, as this is a very specific group designed to help increase our quality of life and innate freedoms. Active long and short range. Archangel Michael's legendary sword can handle anything, as it is completely omnipotent. There is no level of consciousness that can be achieved that this couldn't slice through. It is also an amazing weapon against electronics and technology as it can override any circuitry. Passive and aggressive, long or short range, anything in your jurisdiction. Archangel Leo's Swords of Plenty is a passive and aggressive attack sword that has a complete will of its own. Do not try to yield at all, you will only get in the way. Equip and leave it be. Active, aggressive and passive long and short range. Archangel Nasaragiel's flaming sword can bring any negative energy to its knees. It also has the ability to remove any and all obstacles in the way of something you wish to manifest. Active and aggressive, long range. Archangel Af's staff of raining flames can surround a target from all sides with multicolored flames. These potent transmutation flames do not cease until the target is completely clear. Passive short range. Archangel Zadkiel's pendant of justice lessens all judgment against you and casts you in a favorable light. It is perfect for parties and social events. Active long and short range. Archangel Nuriel's Hail Summoner is exactly what the name implies. Use this for assignment number 1 if need be, or let gold coins rain down upon you in a moment of purposeful creation. This next section of tools highlights the appropriately nicknamed the Fantastic Six. They are named for their amazing team efforts on this and many other planets. They would be too humble to boast this story, but they have single-handedly brought higher consciousness to many planets, most of which are in the Alpha Centauri section of the universe. An unusual set of circumstances brought them to Alpha Centauri, and they realized quickly that they needed to attend to this very specific task. This is very similar to the way we all find ourselves here today. Passive short range. Archangel Gabriel's shield of truth allows righteousness and justice to be your greatest defense. When equipped, this allows truth to protect and serve us. This shield also helps bring abundance to our lives. Active. Archangel Ariel's wand of comforts helps you summon any necessity you may have. It is a wonderful and comforting tool when equipped. Active, aggressive and passive long and short range. Archangel Israfil's flaming sword can protect you against all things directed to you on a macro or micro scale. It can also speed up the time in which something you wish to manifest will come to fruition. Passive and active any range. Archangel Ezekiel's medal of radiance allows you to radiate healing and protective energy to yourself and all that you wish to send this to. It is beyond useful for things obvious and not so obvious. Passive and aggressive short and long range. Archangel Harut's orb of radiant blast hits like a metaphysical neutron bomb to anyone who wishes to do you harm. It keeps anyone that may be giving you the evil eye from being able to harm you. Archangel Zadkiel's hink, as he calls it, is like an angelic Swiss Army knife that can be used to open or close a portal, activate a grid and to help manifest your desires. This is a brilliant tool that creates conscious energy. Assignments. 1. We need to remain cognizant of the fact that the Oscars are going to be in the Dolby Theatre in LA in about 2 sunrises, as the weekly episodic siphoning from organized darkness continues. We could use more help in the sense of awareness and dedicated energy work. Please continue to send violet flames as much as possible to the event. Please keep sending hail and extreme weather to this event for the event day. We are also on task in overriding the subliminal weaponry which is now operational. 2. Gaia is asking for many different modalities of healing to be implemented by many different sources. A new one is a grounding technique for higher energies that are much like the conduits link we did the last 2 days. The only exception is that this one has 3 points of connection to Gaia. They represent our human, galactic and divine connections and are very powerful for ourselves as well as Gaia. We are in the process of helping her download new energies, and because of this, she has requested a technique that is described as the opposite of digging a hole. This technique can carry divine matter deep into Gaia via meditation. You may stay steady and funnel the energy in if you can get deep enough, or you may go up and down like the name implies, and do the opposite of digging a hole. 3. Big Pharma has a vendetta against trees and plants. They are aware the viruses that they release are squashed by the lungs of our Earth, aka our beautiful plants and trees. To combat this, we will be send shielding to all plant and animal life on Earth, after we send them healing in the forms of emerald green ray light and rainbow plasma that is. Feel free to add any lights or plasmas as you see fit. More info available at archangeliccalendar.com.